Hey everybody, how is it going? We got the soundtrack finalized for MO98. I think it's fucking beautiful. So yeah, hey Triangle, how is it going? I'll make it a little bit less loud. As always, let's hey Mike 10. Let's start by talking about the wish lists. We kind of did fall off. We're at almost 15,000 right now. However, if you look at the last week, we have ended up, actually, let's look at the last 2 weeks. We used to like hover at around 300, 200, 400. We are now 2 days in a row getting at like 189, 225. So unfortunately, I guess I am going to have to do some marketing by the time that we actually want to release this game. If we want to get it up to 30,000 wish lists or however much. Otherwise, hey Hellgrind, Vidion, Demetrius, and Pauku as well. Mood lighting, yep. The Wi-Fi is gone. I can just do some calm development. I was like, do I just chill tonight? Or do I live stream? And I figured, fuck it, we ball. We live stream. I've been working the last few days on the new skill tree. This is like, I think, I would say 30% or something, 40% of what I want for the final game. For people who ask me always, this is just using the Unity Odin assets to make like some custom editors. So we can very easily like drag things around and all of that. Chill stream to medias, that's, I hope, what the goal is going to be. So the plan for today, I don't know for those who saw the Discord. Today will be a big day for MO98 as we'll implement loot boxes. Don't miss this potentially historical event. Good morning, Giggles and John Warner. That's still more wishlists per day than the average viewer has in their entire life. Yeah, I think I said it last stream. Soon I can be like, I have lost more wishlists than you guys will ever earn. Or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to actually just run the game because I want to show you what the plan for today is. I'm going to mute the game for now. Just have you seen Carl Banks' new game? I did. It's the horror donut panic game, right? Definitely a switch up from what used to be. I don't think I talked about this before, but since we're going to be working on that today, we had like a few things. I may have talked about it, like, you know, these were like the debuggers. Some of those things didn't change. One extra window we added, but this is not functional yet, is the auction house. We were like, what do we add as a mechanic? And I just thought about like, hey, why not draw inspiration from the legends themselves? And we add the Diablo 3 auction house as a way for late game monetization potential. So basically for the old heads, or well, not the old heads, the young heads, when Diablo launched, Blizzard had this idea of, you know, there's these like third-party sites, like kind of gray market to buy and sell items. And Blizzard was like, why would we give them money? Let's just put the market to buy like items and like transfer items, basically. Let's just do real money. And that way we can just get a cut of that as well. They did end up removing that because everybody hated it and it completely broke how the game worked. But in our case, I think it's a pretty good late game mechanic. So the idea would be you can configure like drop rates for your like item drops, and then those still depend. They'll have an impact on hype versus how much money you will make. Demetrius, who is Blizzard? I think you're missing something. Also, other dumb thing I was thinking about, should I add like a shitty MS Paint thing that only works with like black background white text? Speaking of Blizzard and a guy who used to work there. But yeah, what we first wanted to do here was that you, also we have mouse trails. It's such a dumb thing, but I love it. What we wanted to do here first was that you could like develop items. So you would like develop it. That's why it still says development as well. And then you could choose like, oh, I'm going to release this or I'm going to do something else. I kind of need to brainstorm a little bit about what exactly I want to do here with the loot box mechanic. But then the idea is we're just going to give the player a fucking loot box. And you can just click on this button and it's going to pull in a random item and you can just like push it into the market as well to kind of earn more money as well in like later game. So now I have the problem of I need to design a Windows 98 themed loot box system. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 100% sure on how I would visualize that. Because yeah, it's a different art style. Giggles, what do you mean I slept in today? It's 2 in the morning. Like, yeah, because it's even earlier. I started the live stream an hour earlier. So surprising. Yeah, we add rival game studio named Ice Rain. We will not. But that is a good, like, I think we... Oh no, we do not pre-populate studio names, only game names. We make it easy. Yeah, I should provision a server because we're having some problems. Let me also just buy some upgrades. They all have like no descriptions because I need to do the localization, so I have no idea what we're doing, but they're all free, or most of them are free. But yeah, these were the right upgrades because this now is $42. This is gonna be solved. The music today is also the new soundtrack. We did end up completing the full soundtrack will be 8 songs, like half an hour of music basically, and I'll go from there. We're using Unity's localization system, and then I just type it all into a spreadsheet. It's just, it doesn't make sense until, like, we're also planning, one thing I was talking about earlier with William today is to have a way. I'm gonna lower the music a little bit actually. Is to have a way, like here we can see like these modifiers. So like it's going to ×2, high ping, major tolerance, whatever, to automatically use like smart strings in Unity so that I don't have to say, oh, this like gives a 200% increase or like double increase or whatever. But instead it like automatically pulls it in. Why are you holding your mic stand? Because I just like to hold it. That's it. It's not gonna fall down. I just like to have something with my hands to do basically. And I don't know, I think it's like cool to be like, yo chat, and then move it around again. So yeah. Finding fonts for different languages is fun. It's just Google fonts to meet, yes. Yeah. Daylight savings ends soon. I think it's also gonna end for Europe soon as well. I think next week or the week after. So yeah. Anyways. I think I can leave this. God, there's so much shit going on. We also need to start optimizing this game because I feel like we're running at like... We are very twitchy between 40, 50, 55 FPS. For some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's something related to this. But yeah. I think the auction house is going to be the big thing. That basically I just want to get the UI done for William so that he can do the rest today. It's getting a little bit loud. Perfect. Okay. So let's just start knocking around. I don't know what the plan is for today's live stream. I need to pick up my wife from the station at some point, but should still be some time, so we'll stream until I'm sick and tired of this, or we just have implemented everything we want to implement. Let's go to UI. Views. Auction view. Okay. So kind of, I don't want to touch anything else. I have this rectangle to work with to add like loot boxes. Pro tip, don't forget to pick up the wife. The wife is always like, oh, I'm just going to come and chat if you're still live. And just tell you, Marnik, stop the live stream. I'm coming soon. Pick me up. So far, she has never come into chat. But yeah. What if I just look up loot boxes and then look at images? One thing I was like looking at was like a crate or something. I think if I look up like chests, game assets, I don't think I want to do like 3D, but 3D would be easier for like game feel. These are not really the right kinds. But like I could have like something like this with a camera on it, and then I can like actually like squish and morph it. And like maybe do something with like colors. Like this one is free. Should I just try this one? And then we just need to put it on like a render texture. Let's just, I think. Oh, is it? Oh God, I'm kind of scared about how this asset is constructed actually. I feel like this may actually be very not efficient. Let's just try it out. How many people are here also at this point? Oh, 40. Okay, it's a very chill stream. Welcome everybody. It's time to work. By the way, Mike, how is your game going? It's been a while since we had some updates. Chest. Try making it yourself. I could. The thing is, I don't even know if 3D is the way to go. So either I would want to go 3D or I want to have some sort of sprite. Because Windows 98 inherently... Oh, God. Materials. Okay, I need to extract materials. Save. Ah, it doesn't come with the textures. I need to download the texture separately. God, this is a very... Okay. Oh, so the loot is like this. Okay, now the chest works as well. So I guess I didn't need these. Okay. Is embedded. Okay, I do need to use extract materials. Okay, whatever. So I actually have in my... I need to go back to my game scene. Let's go to UI. Views, auction view. So here I have this auction item preview that I worked on before once. Actually, why does... Oh, did I unassign it? Item operation, item preview. Okay, so there's no more render texture here. Auction item render texture is still here though. Okay, so let's add a raw image. Okay. Let's get our chest. V1. Okay, so it should be like here. Let's actually enable Gizmo so I can see how this looks. This has a specific layer as well, I think. Item. Let's just put it on item as well. So it has a lock. And then a top. Okay, so it has a pivot point. So I can probably do like some rough animation. What's going on, Dylan, as well? Okay. Because this doesn't really look that great. I think part of the reason is actually that this camera has a super high field of view. Let's put this at like 80. So that the chest feels more like 3D. Delay to Q4. Is it gonna? It's not gonna be the $1 million. I mean, maybe it's gonna be the $1 million studio. I'm just. What do I know? Okay, so let's remove the item anchor at least. I feel like maybe if we have something like this. And you have like game. We can use the same game box row there. It's like this. This is how the chest normally looks. These orientations are kind of miserable. So now it's like this. I can just rotate the entire thing down a bit. Put it more center. Okay, so then we see here the preview. So it would be like squish, squish, ta-da. Actually, I think instead of the box, we shouldn't rotate the box. Instead, we should rotate the camera. So now if we open this one, still looks kind of miserable. Thanks as well for the follow, Draco Loco. I don't know if this is a good box. Like we can do like squish, squish, zoom, and then we add like a light, point light. I'm also not sure actually if we have things like bloom and things like that. And Leeway91, thank you very much for the follow as well. And then make it like dark, cold, very intense. Maybe this is too orange. I could never make a UI-based game. Honestly, I'm surprised we ended up making a UI-based game as well. Do we actually have... Oh, we have a volume, I think. Is it this one? Yes. I think if I add like bloom, threshold and intensity. It's so strong it like goes over the UI. That was not... Oh, the bloom seems to influence the entire... Huh. Why is that? Should I put the range just on like 1? Does it still have that much of an impact then? Yeah, okay, so the bloom... Huh. I think we can make a volume apply to only the render texture, like this camera. Default renderer, post-processing, actually... I'm not sure. Volume mask. Volume trigger. Is a volume trigger different? I think so. Up threshold. Yeah, but then it just gets bigger. Like because of the CRT shader needs to also be affected by the volume. I think that's more of the problem. I'm just surprised that, oh, up the threshold. Okay, yeah, I get it. Not intensity. Huh. Flashbang. That was... So yeah, this like doesn't influence the game, but it also doesn't influence this camera now. So why do I not have... Okay. Let's enable shuffle on this thing. Make the volume not global and have the camera for the treasure mounted be downloaded. I think it's not really what... I mean, I can do it, but yeah. Oh, can you have not global volumes? I'm learning something new. Can I like... Ah! I see. It doesn't need to be a global volume profile. I didn't notice this was a thing. Okay, so now I can make a new volume profile that's like chest bloom. Then add override bloom. Okay, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'm just gonna make this a child of the chest. Okay, so inside the box it's like exploding. Now, does it influence here? It still doesn't influence this. Video on Spiral, thank you very much for the Prime sub as well. Do I need to give this the volume trigger? No, box volume. Is the chest camera inside the box volume? It should be. I'll make it a little bit bigger. Maybe it's like barely not, but I'm pretty sure it is. Let me see if any of the other effects, like post-processing, color adjustments, like if I think I need to enable... Yes, I needed to enable post-processing. Okay. Let's put this on a solid gray color. So now this also has the CRT lines. I only want it to be an item, because the global volume also is impacting it. Thank you very much, Vidion. Okay, anyway, we have our glow. I feel like it doesn't need to be this much. Do you store analytics for the demo? We don't, because we don't have like consent forms, and we were like, it's fine. I still don't know if this is what I want though, because there's like multiple approaches. Like part of my brain is still the CSGO approach. Of like, you see like the items tick, 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 tick fly by. Versus, I guess, this just keeps filling up Overwatch, which is more of like, you don't know what's in the box until the box is open. And then you get, you like see something. At the end of the day, the items that you get are also semi-meaningless. Like, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's just similar to one from a game in 1998. That's the thing, like, a game in 1998 wouldn't have these things. Anyways, let's just look at this for a second in-game, because I want to try out some in-game stuff to maybe see how it looks. I'll rethink how we handle cameras. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do a camera for this. That was an alternative, was like a pixel art chest. But it needs to be like a high enough chest. Okay, so this is pretty fast right now. Action item preview camera. So this one. Oh, it already has a target frame rate. Why does it like... Oh, because it has a weird pivot point. A wheel with the different items as slots that spin around. Yeah, so it pivots around the pivot point instead of the center, which makes it look... Oh, I need to like... I think it's like if I make a parent... And the base component is new. What are you doing, my dude? Okay, anyway, this is not what I imagined it would do. So what is the 0, 0? Is this doing what I wanted to do? I still think not. Where even is my camera now? I'm so fucked. Oh, I can see it. So here. It's still pivoting around the wrong thing, isn't it? Okay, now it's pivoting better. Okay, maybe this would be going for somewhere. Oh, the problem is I'm in scene mode, but okay. It's fine. Let's make this a duration of 5. So we would have... I'm just gonna move this for a second to the screen to have an idea. So this is with it glowing. I'm going to now disable the glow for a second, and I want to take the top and close it. Because this looks kind of weird. I think also because of the render texture. I need to give it a color. Can I just like match this somewhat? Oh, thank you very much, Jack Development, as well for the raid. We're trying to add loot boxes, but it's not going great. Hey, Alba as well. So, how does this work? Because I'm still not sure. Okay, so I would press like the release would be renamed to like spin or whatever. Don't worry, it's fake loot boxes. There's no actual microtransactions. We're just pretending. What's this game? It's MO98. It's a game where you run a game studio. Oh, okay, yeah. You fake run an MMO, and you manage that. And we're working on the auction house now. Okay, I do not like the angle of this. Of the chest, but I guess we can make this work. I'll like have it be like this, and then we like squish, squish, vroom. Then we need like... The question is, do we only want to, once you get the item, release it immediately? Make it real loot boxes. No, we're not gonna do that. Because I think part of what I do not like now is how limited this is. So I'm gonna pull it back to this one screen for a second. Of like, okay, so step one is I spin a loot box. And then step two would already be sell the item. But I feel like we're missing like an actual like... something like there's no downside. Why wouldn't I just like needlessly keep spam clicking? And of course it doesn't make sense to charge money for running a loot box, but I want there to be a reason to not want to sell it. Like you could do like something like you could like burn the item, but what would a burn mean? That means it doesn't go on the auction house, which means you don't get money from it. But if you don't get money, there should be another thing. So either I can release it and get money, or I can burn it, or like destroy it. Take server capacity. I'm confused. Which part is the game? Is that the OS, the game? Is chat in the OS? All in the game? I'm so confused with all logic points to just invest in it. Where do I sign? You sign over on Steam. There's this demo available. So the goal is you're basically like, it's a Windows 98 style of you run Blizzard. So you don't care about the actual game, but you run like the server infrastructure. You develop more games, you do like microtransaction research and all of that. You don't care about the actual game. This is just a visualizer. But you care about the running of the infrastructure of the game. It's basically what it comes down to. So someone... This indie game clinic. Someone pinged me. Who pings me? Oh. Nice. Indie game clinic is going. Let's go. Can I react with this? Yes, I can. Perfect. Just like RL Blizzard. Yep. Okay, so... Because you could be like, if you release it, but hype goes down. But if the alternative is you don't get anything, it's also stupid. I agree, we should all go back. We're all servers run on Windows NT. It'll be like the Wild West. Yeah. The player slows down as you burn loot boxes. I think it should be... I think that's maybe another thing that I want to do. So like when you start, these sliders would actually like impact your own odds. And then later on we can do upgrades where you can kind of override the odds. So you spin a loot box, you get an item with a rarity. And value. So that would like show here, like the text of like, this is the item name and like some fluff text and then like potentially like what's the value of the item. Perfect solution, never release your game and just buy things with hype instead of money. Unfortunately, you cannot spend anything that's not like, you do need to use the hype currency. Like the hype currency is just to show like how your game is growing. Like there is not much player growth right now because we're not very hyped. What's the alternative? You know, gotta do it to him. Let's see what our good friend Gemini comes up with. My fake studio management game. How to add fictional loot boxes the player can spin. Art studio, they don't have to pay. And then sell what's in it for money. But I'm missing some steps to make it have actual weight, question mark. Feels like meaningless clicking. Current flow. Let's just see. Anyone else have 100 plus pins on Gemini? I've never pinned anything on Gemini. Make the player work. Items shouldn't have a fixed price. Maybe you could see like a value of like a slider more. I don't think we want to do this. Crashing the in-game economy. William is already crying right now with like, I'm gonna give him like the most miserable thing to implement. If you sell trash tier, your studio reputation. Ooh, but we don't want to add an extra currency. Burning items gives you design data. What if burning items does give you like something? Good morning, Mr. Bite Me. When can I spend my hard-earned money financed by the state into loot boxing? Can I backseat your workflow for asking questions like that? Absolutely. Because we have data already. But this is our prestige currency. Now, this is at a small scale that like an individual item wouldn't work. Upgrade your loot box artist, which increases the visual flair. MO98 is on India's Under the Knife. He's not going to do a live stream of it. In the game clinic, he's going to make like an actual like offline playthrough and like dedicated video about it instead. Influence is not an issue if I know what we actually want. Yeah, but then we get back to the fucking miserable. Do I need to pull up the whiteboard again? Then we get back to this thing. I don't want to add anything to this, is basically the thing. Of like, this is enough interaction between systems. I just want something that makes money go up or makes something else potentially go down. I feel like adding this... Yeah, so that's why I want to make it more of like a simple, like... So the reasoning behind this is kind of like in a lot of incremental games, like a cookie clicker or whatever, there's always a manual interaction aspect where even if you automate the shit out of cookie clicker, you can always still click the cookie yourself to get some money. And what we ran into with this demo is the problem that there is no manual clicking part, basically, where you just have to provision servers, and you'll see like now kind of our growth has absolutely flatlined and our money isn't really going up that much. So we kind of just have to wait. And if this were something like a cookie clicker, you would still have something to do. You could still go and like click, 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 click on something. And the thought is that this would kind of become that manual clicker that we could do still. Fix bug by squashing bugs. Yeah, you can do that. Here. We have the debugger already, games that are gooder. Add print money button. So this is basically the print money button because you're not paying for this loot drop. You're just market manipulating. Loot effectiveness starts out at 50% and releases increase it and burning decreases it if you don't want the player to burn it too much. We could do something like a stat that it doesn't matter for the big statistics, but it's like a little slider here of like kind of to like force the player to only sell like the good shit. Hey Volcanic, how about a button to release discount codes for players? I think we have the loot. I have the concept of loot boxes. Okay, I just want to make it more. Or am I needlessly overcomplicating this? Can I literally just have a spin button and that's it, and then spin and the spin button becomes sell and we just leave it at that? That's also something. How's it going, Scorpion Game Dev? I'm doing pretty good, Mr. Bite Me. Maybe burning just takes time to... Oh, or you can like release, and if you release, there is more cooldown. If you burn, you can insta reroll. Whereas if you... It's kind of like how in the debugger we have this two-tiered system of I can deploy hotfix. It's instant, basically. But it doesn't have like a positive modifier. Whereas if I do compile patch, this takes a lot longer, but then there will be like less bugs for like 20 seconds or something like that. Maybe we could do something like that. Where if you feel like we add those two, and then we have some sort of a slider that just shows of like, yo bro, you've been dumping too much into the market right now. Is it possible to remove all the bugs? Yeah, absolutely. What is this area? So this is like, there's like a bunch of like hex codes. Every like twitching hex code is a bug. So you click them and then you like deploy a fix and then your bugs will go down for a while. And then we also have it like automated. So this is an automated one. So it like will debug for you and then you just need to do it yourself. Releasing it makes that rarity better. Oh, every time we update the drop rates have some slider as well. If you release too many of the legendary ones, at a certain point they will like be marked as like saturated or whatever, and they'll earn like 20% less or something. Okay, so what do we have, Evan? Release it. Gives you money. Tell an auction house. Cooldown on next loot box. And saturates. Drop rate a bit. And if you burn it, is the instant reroll. And then what we can also do is you can have upgrades that make this cooldown on the next loot box go down. If you want to be a true degen, we have an upgrade that can make how much money you get from the auction house go up. And we can have something that like reduces this drop rate. This drop rate saturation is still a little bit weird. But I think this is already better. Better. Increases output for 3 minutes if you do something else. Basically a buff you repeat every 3 minutes. The ability to add a Windows 98 tubes. So the problem is I looked into that. We have like some like backgrounds more. But you need to... It's like a fucked up shader to make the Windows 98 tube style. The loot boxes of levels, like you can have like loot boxes that give you better results if you want. I think we're gonna do one loot box with then like different drop rates basically. So okay, I think I know what I want to do. So what do I need to do? So we need to have a spin button. We need to have release/discard buttons. I'm gonna make it like a scrap. Let's do discard as the term. Which gives you an instant reroll. Instant reroll with better odds. Salvage, even better. We need to add a loading bar. Oh, should we make it that loot boxes generate? You don't have an infinite amount, but you get like one every X seconds, and then you have a queue. So like you have like 10 loot boxes in the queue if you don't actively go in it, and then you come in and you tick, and this way you also like time limit how much time the player is going to spend on this screen before they go back to one of the other screens. I have a feeling this game will be scope creep. I don't think so. I think this game is we're pretty good at not scope creeping this game. This is kind of the last big mechanic we need. And then we need the skill tree, but this is not even like that big of a mechanic at the end of the day. It's just a mechanic that we like kind of like make feel interesting. Why don't you render out an animation in Blender and just add it as a video? Because it's very file size intensive, I think is the main thing. I try to do things mainly like, for example, this background, like this is inspired by like the Windows 98 clouds. Like this is a wallpaper on like Windows. Instead of a PNG or something, this is actually a shader. So it's a material that's like put on an image, and that way we can do like stuff. Like we also have this one I kind of need to look at again because it's kind of bad. It's not well implemented. Which is also a shader. And then this one I somewhat gave up on because I just couldn't rotate how these letters would like go. Like they're supposed to like fall downwards, opposite, but yeah. The real question, why only positive from a loot box? 1 out of 10 chance. We don't want to have negative things because this is an incremental game, and generally in incremental games you don't want to like, also with like our upgrades is always positive. If it's like a roguelite, you generally can do like those negative things, or you know, like the traditional like take double damage, deal double damage, where it's like you get a benefit and a downside. We're not doing that. This is also one of the first times that I am actually just using we added it so that you can have Twitch chat inside of your game, and I'm actually just doing that instead of like reading chat on the side, which is funny. So that does work as well. Okay. Make it super low res and FPS maybe, but we'll see. What is it called when it's both incremental and decremental? It's still called an incremental game, I would say. Because Execute is technically a decremental game about like killing people, where you have to go down to 0 from 8 billion. But it is at the end of the day still an incremental game. It's not that deep. Okay, but I kind of know what we need now. We need some more stuff. We need a spin icon, spin button. We also need a current lootbox inventory number. We need a lootbox recharge indicator for that indicator number. We need like item names, just like that's something that shows the item. An active idler, yeah. So the pulled item title / description / estimated value display. Fishing minigame or seal clubbing. Neither for these. Lootbox prices. We're not gonna link lootbox stuff to like customization. So for customization, to unlock like stuff like Norman customizations, like our gnome, we would instead, you can just do it here. So you can like change him. You can change your cursor as well. Oh, and you unlock that through the milestones, basically. Like if you unlock certain... these get squished. That shouldn't be the case, actually. This shouldn't get squished. I can solve that. Like if they have like this icon, that means that they give you an unlock. Okay, anyways, I think I have faffed around enough. Let's try to crank this UI together. Also, I'm considering this may look extremely stupid. This does in fact look extremely stupid, but my eyes are kind of suffering. Hello there. I am not sponsored. Yeah, this is too dumb. I'm just gonna kill my eyes for this. Whatever. If I was not on camera, maybe I would have dealt with it. This is the problem with these. Like, I swear by like these gunner glasses for like my regular use for like years. Where I like one time I broke my previous pair. I'm like, you know, it's kind of like snake holey stuff anyway. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend money on one. And then like after 2 weeks, I was like, brother, I need to buy some new ones. And I tried buying like the non-gunner ones as well because they're like fucking expensive otherwise. I needed like the real ones. Unfortunately, I reached out to gunner ones. They never responded to my emails of like, sponsor me, please. Okay, let's just name this pivot point. Because the parent is there. Okay, I see. So if I put this here, what was it? 500s? Yeah, okay. 500 and a bit. So in game, it looks like this. Remove this one. So this chest should actually be here. So that's in the center. Like this. This game is tight, Seamus. I hope you're ready to buy 55 copies of this game. My wife actually does like how it looks. I like how it looks as long as I'm not on camera, because I don't know why. I think because of like there being like blue light, the camera makes these like way more amber than they actually are. Like in person, they really do not look that yellow. But like on here, it looks like the most yellow thing ever. Okay. So did I remove the rotator? I did. So we have this Y rotator ping pong script. Let's give this 6 seconds. And then we have our camera. So we need to give this a solid color. Because if you have in Unity post-processing enabled, like uninitialized doesn't actually make it transparent anymore. Certain angle that makes it, yeah, I think something like that indeed. Oh, Indy is also texting me. Okay. The indie game clinic video may come out this week or next week. So that's good. So we have this. I'm going to... I'll just for now put this on like a gray. Let's go back to UI editing modes as well. Auction view. Let's take this camera. Why is it so white? It's doing some post-processing shit. Anyways. Because like you see like this has the lines now as well. Let's just ask our friend Gemini. Global volume and a box volume. Unity. We want the box volume to impact my camera. Is it still blue light if you use a projector? I have honestly no idea. Box volume sets layer to new layer. And then the camera should only listen to the local layer. Okay, so... Actually, the camera should already only look at... culling mask item. Uh-huh. Oh, volume mask as well. So this is my box volume. Let's just move everything in here to the item layer. Change children. And then volume mask. Yes, this was on default. I still have the CRT lines. Hey, Stefan. How's it going? Is incremental game a money glitch? I don't think so. For text AI help, do you find Gemini more useful than GPT? I have been on my GPT grinding, on my GPT hating grind. I don't know for what reason. For the last 2 months, I just haven't been happy with it anymore. And then, like, I have it like this is work. Like, for some other stuff for the company, I had to shift to Google Workspace for work because of like the Hangouts, and then also for contract signing. And it's like, you get Gemini included. I'm like, okay, let me try it out. And I've been enjoying it. It's a little bit more like, even though I tell it not to be like nice, it's still very nice. But I do think it's actually okay. ChatGPT is not good at brainstorming. I'm not sure. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like there's not like a giant difference. Give the box volume a higher priority number. Can I configure that here? Okay. I don't know. Mode local blend distance. This is on the item layer. I'm surprised there's many, like I'm... Global volume. We do not have default, I think, still included. Volume mask. Calling mask also item. Yeah, it's on. Box volume, global volume. It's fine. It is actually. Am I doing something wrong? Because this shouldn't be running. This is suddenly gonna be an LLM day. Okay. Because this thing can actually read my Unity better. I didn't expect it. I try not to use like AI shit too much on stream. Let's just go into ask mode. Let me actually apply these as well, just so William doesn't have conflicts later. That's my auction item view. Affected by the box volume. And we'll just see what this says. Anyways, in the meantime, let's keep going. So this becomes... Oh yeah, I had this idea as well. This was a dumb... I don't know if it's a dumb idea. I want to have an upgrade as like late game, where you can also just have like an auto spin. Basically, the release toggle where like every moment that it has an item, like you check this box, it like instantly spins. So I don't know. I think it's just a funny thing. Hey Symptom, how's it going as well? Volume. However, the volume trigger is pointing to the box volume's own transform, not the camera transform. Global ignores position. The global volume is probably on default. Volume trigger is set to the box volume game object instead of the camera's own transform. When the trigger is set to box volume, it's always at the center of the volume. But there is not a global volume that matches item layer. Maybe you have one of these overrides. Hey, Alert Gamer as well. Yeah, we're gonna have that you can have more loot boxes banked. So release toggle. I think we can just delete this. Actually, no. It's a separate button. Okay. Have you heard about Japanese government grants for indie games? If I had gotten $1 for every message that I could have, like, I have gotten about the new government grants for Japanese game devs, I think I would have had enough money for my own small government grant. One funny thing, I did get this today. I look like a fucking criminal. This is like for my visa, one of the things that I need to fill in. I am not a Japanese national right now. I am not going to be a Japanese resident before the government grant period ends. So I did not. Oh, I did not want to do that. And it's also like, you know, I can get Belgian government grants which are better. It's like a monetary aspect. The problem is just that doing a government grant, like government grants in Belgium are a lot of paperwork and are not fun. Doing anything in Japan is like 10x hard mode paperwork. I don't want to do that. Also, Century178, do you think a stream where you judge game pitches would be cool? We've done this before. Me and Thomas together, we like looked at your guys' game pitches. I think it was an okay stream. It actually did not really have much like performance, I would say. Okay, anyways. So the item details. What's this loading bar? Huh. What happened to you, brother? Because there is no loading bar. Are you hidden behind something? No. I don't know why this looks like that. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Howdy, Marnix. How are you feeling for the sales of this? I'm trying to disconnect from that. I'm just working on the game. And we'll see what goes. If we sell well, I want to get rid of my chair. That is the one thing that I have decided. Because I've been sitting for the last year on a $40 US Amazon chair that was basically the cheapest shit I could get, and it is, my ass hurts permanently at this point because the padding, my dump truck ass has just eaten the padding at this point. So that's the one thing that I'm looking forward to. I don't know. I think it's in a good position at least. Just don't get any gaming chair, you know. I know what I want. The problem is the company needs to perform very well for it. If I could, I would get this boy. I think in this color. But this is $1,000, which is not anytime soon. But it's like, if I'm spending money on a chair, I want a real fucking good chair. And Steelcase is one of the better ones. It's either this or like the Embody, but the Herman Miller Embody, but that one is just so expensive. This is like so much money. They had this one, like this style. This is $1,800, and it's like, I don't think I need that much. But just this one, I'm already gonna be happy. Well, yeah, William was talking to me earlier. William also wants a new desk chair because he's a big boy. They are used on eBay, way cheaper, so slightly used. Problem is none of them will ship to Japan, and if they do ship to Japan, it's not worth it. I've been looking for like secondhand Herman Millers here in Japan as well. They're just not usable. William wants this one. He wants the extra large Pikachu one. Which I think is very unique. Or the One Piece one. There are two options, and that's it. So yeah. The company will earn enough for this, LOL. I don't know. I have a Dumpy and a Titan. 3 years later, it creaks. Secret Lab. I mean, Thomas has been running the Secret Lab for a while as well, and he's very happy with it. So, I don't know. It doesn't always have to be that. Anyways. Let's add some more stuff. So we have our chest here. I think inside of here, I'm going to add, let's just call it an image. And this is going to be the case capacity. I'm gonna pin this to the top right corner, let's say. 50 by 50, sure. Something like this. Okay. And then in here we add a text element. Let's just say you can have up to 99. This does not need to be font localized. Fill up the entire space, line size 24. 3232, 3232, yes. This like this. No. Okay, this is white, that's good. Hopefully you get a good chair too, and sitting all day on trash is no fun. Yeah, it's It's not ideal, but like I can still live with it. This is the that's the other problem with like the used ones. I want the white chair because like my whole desk setup, as you can see by like my shirt, my keyboard, and everything. I have a white ultra wide monitor. I have a white Stream Deck. I have like everything like optimized around like white and like wood, and that's it. And I don't want anything black. Call me crazy. I don't think 500. I don't know if I honestly hope MO98 is not going to be our flagship product. Everything else is black and hard to spot on the mousepad. Kane, you just get a light colored mousepad then. Problem solved. You don't need to get a black mousepad. I have the exact opposite, all black. Yeah, and do you have a do you have a spouse? Maybe I'm too nice to her. Like I have a very, as you can see in the background as well, like the mood lighting. When I moved here, I was like, I want to make this house very aesthetic. No, that's why, you know, like, one of my friends also recently wanted me to help. Okay, we're going on a side tangent. You know, like, if you look up like Battle Station, you're probably gonna find it. It's like always like dark oak countertop or like wood. It's every guy wants to have a desk like this, I feel, you know, like this color, and then like, oh, we'll add some green plants and like this color scheme, and then like black wall, black accents. I'm like, I want the opposite of this. Miss me with that shit. But like one of my friends was like moving and he's like, yeah, I want basically this, and I'm like, sure thing you do. I think you age out of it. That's my hot take. All my crap is black and on the kitchen table. Yeah. Good morning, Octara. How are you doing? I have a desk like this. Clocked him. So I want to have like a mini... A full-on progress bar takes up too much space though. 98 CSS. But I think Microsoft 98 didn't use any like circular things. Or maybe I could just do... Can I do this? This may look incredibly cursed. Let's do like the... I don't know what the Windows 98 blue is. This color. Let's do 60 by 60. Okay. And then we do image type filled, radial 360. So we could do something like this. Let's get this off. So then it would go like +1 and then reset. I think this may actually work. What if we do 50 by 50? This is too small. It needs to be 60 by 60. It's cool that you care about the aesthetic. I don't care what anyone says. A well-decorated, good-looking environment helps with productivity. Yeah. The only thing circular about Windows at the time was Clippy. Yeah. This is also kind of too big. Okay, I think this is just in general. Oh yeah, this is way too big UI in general. Let me actually shrink this down. Let's make this font size 18. This is a very tiny pixel art image as well, I noticed. 40 by 40. I kind of want this to be thicker. What can you do? Can I make this bold? Yeah, this does not look good. I'm gonna keep it like this for now. We're gonna revisit this later. Functionality-wise, we already have something to implement at least. What happened to Maid Simulator? Maid Cafe Simulator has unfortunately been somewhat cancelled because it's not in our wheelhouse of what we can do. Okay, so item operations, item preview, item details, UI, text mesh pro. Let's make this stretch through the top. This gets a font and text localizer. Font size 24. Let's give this a wave, sort of destiny, just as a placeholder. And let's make this like the purple thing. This can go higher. Just learn 3D modeling, stop being a coward. What do you mean? That doesn't, it's it's not that easy. If it was, our audience wouldn't make games that look so bad. I said it. What are you gonna do about it? What do you guys think of the background music as well? I think it's honestly like, you know, I'm gonna make a hot take. I was getting kind of sick of the Skyrim music. Hear me out. Maid Cafe Simulator, but you manage your maids in Windows 98. I don't think our next game is gonna be Windows 98 themed either. I think that's a little bit too much, maybe. Pick up the pencil. Okay. Yeah. Windows 198 shows an obituary of all cancelled games. We're not gonna do that. Why? Like, we've been listening to the M198 soundtrack for like 1.5 hours almost at this point, and it's like I'm just vibing. Honestly, we do not need that fluff description for this even. I can just add. I'm just gonna duplicate this. And we're going to make this not this size. Definitely vibing to the soundtrack, yeah. I think the soundtrack is very nice now that it's done. Let's make this 20. Estimated value $1 to 2. Something like this. I don't know why this is such a strong 323232. Okay, whatever. Okay. So this is the settings. What else did we need? I wrote down some stuff. Okay, so the release button becomes spin. Loot box, inventory number, and load bar we have. Loading bar for the next loot box. This one would actually be gone, and we can just be like, if you discard, you instantly get one more, instead of having to wait for the charge. I think the charge was something changed. Pulled item title, description, estimated value we have. Do we still have too much empty space? I don't think so. I want to actually play around for a second. First, let's apply all of these things with the this release toggle. If I were to just make this a horizontal layout group that does not control. Why do you do this to me? Why do you have a negative width? $160 by 40? Huh? Where did my text go? Okay, we're back. So if this toggle is gone, okay, perfect. So we can actually just go into middle left, perfect, like this. Give both of these like 10, 10. And then this text element gets a height of 35. Width of 350. So now it's slightly... Oh, the button is actually longer. Why did the button get bigger? Oh, because I have another horizontal layout group here. This one can go away. No, this one can. This one has to stay. Release stays. This is 400 width now. Oh, I think because of it's forcing to expand. Yes. So if I made this 330, it's fine. Pixel. Hey, JPest. How's it going? If Marnix was a cat, would he be called Felix? You guys know I have a cat, right? And I think my cat has the greatest name ever for the kind of cat she is. Oh my god, did I just... I've been sharing the wrong screen the entire time. Okay, let me show you guys my cat. I was actually wondering... Okay, first side tangent. We're doing something else for MO98. We have decided... Let me show you the MO98 supporter pack. It's very rough right now. It's not public yet. If we go to view in beta mode, we're going to have a supporter pack which comes with a golden gnome skin, and also you can upload your own wallpapers using a local file upload, and also your own art for the game box. And I was thinking of, should I just include like pictures of me and William's cats? Because why not? Obligatory request for cat cam. My cat is unfortunately in a different country and she does not have a passport, nor does she speak Japanese. She's left with my mom. I don't know where to put it, but it just seems like such a stupid thing to like put it in there, to like get a picture of my cat and do it. You get that from Chris in the video? Yeah, okay. Here is a picture of my pussy. She is so cute and sleeping. So this is a black cat, and her name is Karma, which I think is just funny. Cat paw mouse cursor, pile of stuff. Max, that is in there. I think William has unfortunately blocked it, but we do have a cat paw mouse cursor already. If I like, it's locked behind an achievement. But if I go to art, cursors, here, cursor paw. It's a tiny little paw that you can have as your cursor. We have, I think, 15 different cursors right now that you will unlock through like the achievements, basically. Was the entire idea. How do we call the loot boxes? I'm not really sure. Couldn't find a white cat, lol. The cat found me. That's how cats work. I didn't find the cat. The cat just walked into our house one day. She's a street cat. This is, I think this is the best picture of, this is one of the S tier ones. Okay, that's my grandma. She's our biggest fan. This is, I got her a little Christmas hat. She hates it. I don't think she hates it. She just doesn't really care. I have some better ones. Anyways, this is my cat with a Christmas hat on Christmas. Because why not? So yeah, I'm gonna maybe put these in our games as emotional blackmail for people to buy our asset pack, to buy the supporter pack. One Bite Me Games cat game? I don't know, but yeah. The cat is gonna go into the game, I guess. We have decided. So, William, you better start taking some pictures of your pussy. I shouldn't make statements like that. Let's go back to Gemini. The ass jam is happening after MO98, I feel, at this point. We call loot boxes. As if I don't have a massive catalog of pictures. These are too long. Just one word. The funniest thing is my cat question was made before I saw the other comments about the cat. Deliverable. This is not what I meant. I'm like, why does it only give me one word? Deliverables, assets, modules, packages, containers. Containers, maybe. Or do I actually just call it loot boxes? The one thing that I am genuinely scared about, though, is I don't want to fall into this thing where I'm scared if I call it like on the nose loot boxes, I'm gonna fall into these things of like having to mark it as like simulated gambling. Because in my opinion, it doesn't matter. There is zero cost to it. It's just a random something, basically. It shouldn't be too long though. It's going to, so it should replace this word of development as like the window header. That's what it's going to be replacing. Why does my middle mouse button to drag no longer work? Unity, what the fuck? This is annoying. Okay, now it does. So like this word would have to be replaced by something. But I don't want to call it something that would... Description of an environment that resembles a real-world age-restricted. So these are not what we're doing. Call it gift boxes. Gift boxes is, I think, the best one. Yes, yes, yes. Let's... Oh, this is the wrong one. Let's open the localization. Flashbang. And auction. Do I not have any other auction? Labels. Oh, this is just a hard-coded thing right now. Okay. Gift boxes. Is gift boxes one word? Loot chest. Let's just do loot chest, because I do want to keep the chest. I think the asset is good enough. Is 20 wishlists a day a good number? I would say it is, depending on like how much you're doing. But I would be happy with that number, at least if you're not like actively doing a lot. If it's 20 wishlists a day after you just did a major push, then it's a bit more unfortunate. But let's restore this. Auction gift boxes. Okay, whatever. Loot chests. So we would add auction open. And then auction salvage. I don't know if I want to keep salvage. Pin on the case club. I mean, just be happy for him. That's all there really is to it. Huh. Okay, so this is a problem. Because now it's not nice anymore. Because I do not have the... Like, if I could do child force expand width. Now it looks good. But if I add the toggle... It looks like this. I know, William. This is probably where I need to do like the pivot point thing, right? No. or anchors. But in this case, the anchors are decided by the layout group. DK will have issues getting back to Europe due to the war. I don't think that's like flights seem to be okay. I was looking at flights earlier. Flying through Abu Dhabi is extremely cheap right now. Normally, like China always has the cheapest flights between Europe and Japan. But now suddenly Abu Dhabi is very cheap. I think my parents would genuinely kill me the moment I landed if I say that I flew through Abu Dhabi though. I'm not planning on going back immediately either. Use child scale? What does use child scale mean? Oh, is it like this thing? I don't think I need those. I think we need to do middle center and then we should be okay. If we make this toggle 30 by 30. But then this text needs to be bigger. 330. Okay. 335. 340. Sure, 340 is perfect. So then the moment this toggle is gone. Oh no. It centers again. Okay, this is actually what we wanted, I would say. So not release, but open toggle. What's a better word for open? For open. I hope this can give us the boost as well. No, fuck it. I forget about corporate. Let's crack some chests. Unbox. Unlock. Unlock could be a... Nah, unlock I think in this context doesn't make a lot of sense. Or like it could work, but it's going to be too conflicting with like the upgrades and research already has an unlock. Just crack some chests. I don't know why crack seems like so needlessly aggressive. Decrypt, nah. Unbox. I think loot might be the best one. Oh, I'm gonna stick to loot, not loot chests. Pop some chests, pop some zannies, or whatever kids say these days. Okay. Okay, and then we have salvage and sell. So let's add one more. Auction _ sell. Uh-huh. Auction title _ drop rates. Let's add some more as well, because nothing is localized right now. Auction _ title _ escrow. What's it called? Pending payouts. Salvage and sell. Let's pull these once again. Hey chat, how should I handle the I don't want to work days? You just work. that's the sad life. I don't know. I feel like I don't have good solutions for that because that is unfortunately what I just do. God, my ass hurts. I feel like I'm reaching the point where I need to get like one of those, like, you know, grandma pillows to put on top of the chair so that you have some more stuff. God damn it. Work at night. Hey, it's technically not a day anymore. You just work at night indeed. Okay. So now we add 2 more buttons. This is kind of embrace the suck. Working on Sunday. Robin, the day of the week has not had a meaning for me for the past 2 years, I would say. I don't care if it's Tuesday, if it's a Sunday, it's a work day. That's the grind set mindset. LOL, same. I'm also working. What is weekend? Yeah. One thing as well. Being in Japan, weekends fucking miserable to go anywhere because there is just everywhere people. Because everyone is off from work and they all want to go out. So I have just like purposely like tried to shift, especially because my wife was neato for the was a neat for like the last few months of like weekends are we just sit at home and grind and we just go out during the week because it's gonna be 10 times calmer everywhere and I'm not gonna hate my life from like how busy it is in like the city. Why are we not controlling child size now? I don't think you need to control height, but why are we width 0 here and this is full width? I think this approach for my horizontal layout group, honestly, doesn't make enough sense. I think I'm going to get rid of this simply. I'm just gonna make a new one. I need to work from this inside of here. I'm just gonna rework here. So we have this operations. Like this has no real purpose. Nothing is stopping me from just taking this button and forcing it at the bottom. Let's go to scene view actually. And then if I disable this toggle, still works perfectly. Perfect. So then here, I'm going to create an empty parent. This one, I am going to take up the exact same amount of space. Height of 45. We give this a horizontal layout group. Control child size width. So if we hide this one now, perfect. So now we see these buttons. So this one is actually going to get the salvage. I think font size should be 20, right? 18. I work Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and only in the afternoons for a bit officially. Which is now it's at 15,000 basically. I think it slowed down a lot. Yeah. Wow, this was only 8 wish lists in the last hour. We have this fall of must be studied. Yeah. Yeah, God, now I have the grandma pillow already. So this would be salvage button. And then we add a second button. That was not what I wanted to do. What did I just add? Okay. So, let's give this a spacing of 4. Salvage and sell. So the flow would be let's call this case operations. So the flow would be I have 99 chests like this one. I click on, oh, this text should be updated to auction open to loot. We'll loot this chest. We get some animation or whatever. This goes away, and we can choose to salvage or sell. Excuse me. Thank you very much, Oktara. And do we need anything else? We have our rudimentary value. I think we do not need anything else immediately. Like we could change this to have a loading bar here at the bottom. Maybe. So we have this loading bar. This goes into the item preview. At the bottom here. Give it a height of 40, let's say. 8, 8. Pull it up. Like this. Then we take the case capacity. Let's get rid of this image for now. Let's just put the case capacity loading bar in here as well. Let's just make this take up as much space as we need. This one goes here. 8, 8, 30. Maybe it doesn't need to be as big. How does this look in full screen mode? So you have this. And then we put it like here. Let's put it at like 14. Not bold. I don't know how I like this look. So like this. And then we'll have to move around. I'm gonna move the game box up a little bit. And then the camera will move like a little bit more downwards facing. So once again, if we get rid of the glow and we get the top to 0, this looks kind of weird. I think we may end up just doing something where we make the camera move upwards whilst the chest opens as well. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna figure out this like animation. It's gonna be somewhat annoying, I feel. But I think we'll we'll be fine, I guess. Let's go back into 2D modes for the auction view. I think we can make this one actually go a bit lower. And then we stick to that segment. I don't know if I even want to do like a little background for this. Maybe. I do not actually want an image for this. Make the text a child. Oh. Open the prefab. Text becomes a child of the image. This is going to be 40 by 40. Text gets centered, take up all the space, and then we give this like, I don't know. Do we give like the hollowed one? This looks kind of weird though. Maybe because it's too big. 30 by 30. I think it reduces legibility now. Just dropped in now. Can I ask why not UI Toolkit? Because I just don't like the workflow of UI Toolkit. Also, this is not going anywhere. This is just way more nice to just bang stuff out. I don't really see the appeal for UI Toolkit, especially now where this is a game where this is a 16 by 9 only game regardless. I do not care if you want to run this on an ultra wide, you're getting letterboxes. And that's it. Maybe like a simple one. This is just a 1 pixel. I think this adds too much visual clutter. I think we just need a simple button. That's it. So actually, let's just, I would rather make this like an 18 again. People always recommended plugin. I think people who recommended plugin have not shipped many games, but rather like UI Toolkit is like, I'm making VR games, but if you're making VR games, you're already gesture maxing yourself. I think otherwise, UI Toolkit, I think it damages the workflow more in terms of like especially rapid development, except yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. Does this work on my Samsung G9 Odyssey? That's just an ultra wide, no. Oh, it's like, is it the double ultra wide? You're just gonna get double as much letterboxes, I think. Like, you know, you can run this 32 by 9. Yeah, you're just gonna have, actually, let me see. I can check it. It's gonna be 3840 by 1920, right? 3840 by 1920. Why is my Unity like... This is not 3840 by 1920. Am I stupid? Oh no, it's by 1080. I'm stupid. Yeah. I was like, this doesn't make sense. This is the actual... Huh. Oh no, it just needed to update. Yeah, this is how your game would look on a G9 ultra wide. I'm sorry. It's gonna look like this. One thing that I was like considering, but I guess it doesn't really make sense, is like you could maybe try to extend the wallpaper background. I think it's just a black image, or like it's uninitialized. It doesn't really matter. 16 by 9 is the standard thing that we're going to support for now. Okay, let's take a look again at how we have it in game now. I shouldn't have it enabled. Just make it the same green color of the background, except you can change your background JPEG, which makes it a bit harder. Like you can have images as background as well. Like you see here in customization, I can change. We have a lion as our background. So this, like, if it was just solid colors or even those shaders, it would be fine. But the moment, yeah, we're using like images as well, it kind of goes worse. Okay, so I have my loot box. It spins around. I still need to play around more with the global volume because I think the global volume, it's still stacking, which doesn't look good. They didn't have ultra-wide monitors. They didn't have 16:9 monitors in 98. You click on like this bar, it'll be like charging, charging, charging until this is maxed. Salvage instantly gives one, loot doesn't. And then you click it, and then I just need to do like some game fill stuff, and then you will get your item name here, estimated value. I think this is okay to implement. And then I do think I'm kind of happy with this. Sure, there's like some white space here. I'm honestly not too worried about it. I used to be like more, like also with like here, I'm like, there is so much white space here. But like, I don't really care that much anymore of like having lots of white space. Like a lot of stuff does get filled up pretty nicely. Like this can go all the way as well to like however much this is. Like we just have like random stuff to fill up the white space sometimes. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Got Chicken 137, thank you very much for the follow as well. Okay. I think I am moderately. Fuck yeah, incremental game made in Unity, 10 out of 10. Let's show those Godot fuckers. We really need to add under like, what is it, project settings. Just add this, not default cursor. Can we do, where is it? Splash image. We really should just throw in a Godot image splash screen. Oh, I can do preview made with Unity. Draw mode, Unity logo below, all sequential. Oh, you can change this here. Do you need to have the made with Unity? I can delete this if I have another one. No. Okay, so I guess you cannot get rid of this. Wait, what does this look like then? Oh, this is... I thought I could like fully overwrite, but it seems like you're always going to have a Unity logo. I mean, I don't really care that much about like made with Unity anyway. Oh no, I can disable show Unity logo. So now I just have a custom screen. So I could technically... can I just do this? Okay, this is so dumb. I'm not gonna commit this, William. Don't worry. We've committed now. I can just drag this in. Oh, it's an SVG. Texture 2D. It's not a sprite, it's a texture 2D. Okay. I want the PNG. Can I just convert this into a PNG? Okay, I think this is the PNG. Ignore the fact that it says .svg. Sprite. Apply. It needs to be single. Okay. So now... Bam. This is what we wanted, right, guys? Should Unity logo checkbox. Yeah, I found it. Oh no, ad break. Well, you have we've had our little fun. We're gonna leave it at this. I'm not gonna show the splash screen. But yeah. Which one is easier to make, incremental game or linear horror game? Depends on how good you want to make your game. I think in a linear horror game, getting it basic set up is like 10 times easier. Making it good, that's a different story. I think like mechanical complexity and incremental game is still a lot bigger than a horror game, because horror game at the end of the day is just like, it's also different things. Incremental game is code. Horror game is like animations, level design, and things like that as well, which you don't really have as much with an incremental game. It's two very different skill sets. If you're some guy who's mainly a programmer, incremental game is going to be way easier than if you're someone who's maybe more artistically inclined. Yeah. Loot boxes. Oh dear, is the game going to be pay to win? No, this is just an extra thing. Also, I was going to text you. I don't know for Friday or Saturday if you're going to go to Tokyo Indie Game Show. Indie Game Summit. I think I can get you a free ticket. I applied for 2 press tickets. So I think if you haven't bought a ticket yet, I don't know what day you're going. Just wait with it. You'll be there Saturday? Okay. I'm gonna be there Friday and Saturday morning until like 2 or something, because then my wife is coming. Yeah. Sick, please. Yes, I'd love to get one. I'm gonna see. I applied for 2. We'll be in touch. I'm coming Friday morning down to Tokyo, up to Tokyo, I guess. So yeah. Do I have anything else specifically that I want to do here? I kind of feel like I'm done with the loot box things for now. It's been 2 hours of stream. Why do you have a guitar icon in Unity? Someone just tuned in. Hi, how are you? I mean, is this against the terms of service? I don't know. We're not shipping it anyway. William, we're probably gonna have game scene conflicts if you do. Do you have game scene changes? Maybe. Like I have other stuff I feel like I need to do. Let me take a look at my list again. Set up my bundles. We can like do like random dumb stuff. Like we can set up bundles. We can not set up bundles. We can look at like achievement arts. Any tips for game localization? I think AI is very good. And localize from the start. I think that's another big one. Of like, we made this game unlocalized first because we're like, oh, it's just a prototype. And then I had to go through every single string in the game to like find like where is it used? How do I assign like the localization scripts to it? Which was a little bit miserable. But we made it. Oh, you guys haven't even seen the best thing I added to this game. Or like we added to this game. For this, I am going to pause our music. I just realized this. I want to show you guys. We have tons of dumb stuff. Let me... Okay. So, let's just play our game as usual. So we have our game normal. I'm gonna make the game music a little bit louder. Okay, so here, I'm gonna switch actually to the different scene, a different view. So we have it's 8 p.m. right now. This is like the button to mute the audio. This is the button to summon Norman. And then this is the play pause, but it's kind of broken. And then this, are you guys ready? Is for lit amp. And you can control the music. And you can switch between tracks. And what's even better is we added milk drop. For no fucking reason. Except it's just cool. So you can see like the waveform, like depending on the music, also like gets like brighter. It really kicks the llama's ass. I just thought it was so funny. You can make it loop So now it's always gonna play the same song. We can shuffle, yeah. And that's it. Does it add value to the game? I don't know. But it's like, I don't know, it's like similar to like Minesweeper or like Bomb Duster, I guess. Easy. Easy. That was actually maybe risky. This is easy. 2-2. Ooh. So probably here. Ooh. 2-2. This one has 2. This one has 1. So this is a bomb as well. I just noticed our timer is no longer working. Also, I just saw this order. Probably we want to change the order, that you cannot look at this. Okay, so this is one. How do you know these vibes? You didn't grow up. I come back to see Minesweeper. What? Because we make good shit. It's not also not Minesweeper, it's legally distinct Bomb Duster. Are we cooked? So if we put the flag here, we're safe here at least. 2-2. So it could be either here. I think this has a bomb, this one doesn't. I don't know. I'm really bad at Minesweeper. Is this music in-game? Yeah, this is the in-game music. You must be 30 plus. I am 25, thank you very much. 1 to alt 3. So this one, I guess. This one is good. Yeah. So we have one more. So this is 1-1-1. So one of these 3 has to be a mine. So this is safe. This is safe. This one should also be safe. 2-2, so these are safe. It's one of these. Marnix is a Gen Z boomer. He wouldn't be so bad at mine if he was 30. Is there a way I can find this? Oh, this one is safe because we put the flag here already. I am looking at chat now. Please help me. The music player is awesome. Thank you. It's one of those little things that we like spent like 1 or 2 days on, and it's like, I'm not sure. 2 below is safe. This one. Okay. Then it has to be this one, right? I think we won because we have smiley face. So I can click these. Yeah. Yes. Win a game of Bomb Duster. Our achievements work as well. Let's go. Covered, not uncovered. Okay. We did win it. We need to add some... it doesn't play sound effects for some reason right now. Only like when you do new one. Ah, now I do have the timer. Okay. Once you flag all the bombs, it auto shows the board. Yeah, there's some stuff with the win condition right now that is not good. But okay, I did find like a few things that we do need to update actually. This feature must be one of the game dev time wastes. No! I'm gonna cope, and I'm gonna say like this is one of those things that makes the game feel like it it has more passion behind it. So in pop-ups, we need to change some of these things. The milestones pop-up needs to be all the way at the bottom, and the media player pop-up needs to be way at the top because everything else should block it. Are those the only things that I thought about? I also just think of some sort of bug that I think William should implement. Not like bug. I think my achievement will not have gotten persisted, actually. If we go to milestones... Okay, no, it did get persisted. So yeah, we win a game of Bomb Duster, and I think actually now we have unlocked all of the different cursors, yes. So now I can use my cat paw as a cursor. So normally you're gonna get like 1 per milestone, but now it was just easy because William is pretty good at this thing. Would you say MO98 is more successful because of pipes or because of gameplay? I think it is more successful in the marketing right now because of vibes. The gameplay is there as well, I would say, but yeah. Thank you also Matedo and Jack Development for the follows. I guess the Minesweeper really did it for you. Yeah, so there is a bug where the first run of Bomb Duster. How does this UI look on smaller screens? So I actually run this UI, like this view you see right now. Like you can't see this, but this is on a 13-inch display because I have my. This is how do I have is my cable just a tiny bit longer? No. This is it. Wait, if I go to this scene. This is how it looks on a 13-inch display. I think it looks okay still. At like smaller sizes. I'd mainly test the game 34-inch ultra-wide on the big screen. And then 13-inch small screen are like my 2 main ones. How many wishes do you guys have right now? We have almost 15,000. Scorpion Dev. Yeah. Oh, 14,932. So we'll see. Will you release it for mobile? I don't think so. Been watching on YouTube since the beginning, but never tuned in on Twitch. Hope this is a game changer for you guys. I hope so too. Thank you very much, Matedo. Like I ran it on my Steam Deck as well, and it looks okay. But like Steam Deck, it has. I do not want to bother with controller support. That was one of the things that we said at the start. Like getting controller support implemented for this shit is gonna suck. We're just not gonna bother. This is not a controller game. Like it runs, but you just have to use the touchscreen basically. It's a mouse-only game. It builds for mobile. I didn't want to do anything else. Hey Peter. Wishlist looking good, not as good looking as you though. I watched Aramis for years, but this recent game was a game changer. I'm seeing the same thing happening to you guys and can't be happier for you. Let's just hope I don't become like Aramis and just dip out of YouTube. Do you have it set up for localization? We do. I think I even have it open still because we were working in it earlier. Yeah, so this is our localization spreadsheet is there. We just need to localize a lot more terms by the time we do like a new push to Steam. I wanted to write down some odds and ends in regards to Minesweeper. Oh yeah, I wanna. I learned something new today. I'm gonna talk about this in the next video. Do you wonder how people like find your email? So like in Steam, like in your Steamworks. Do I have Steamworks open? You need to like always for your store page configure an email, right? And then the moment like your store page goes live, you get like people in your inbox of like, do you want to buy wish lists? Are you looking for localization? Are you looking for a like an audio guy or like whatever? Like, you know, kind of like spammy. I don't know. There's not much you can do about it, I guess. Because you have to have like a support email. So like edit store page. If you go here, like at the bottom, like support contact info. For these things. But if you go and like look at the actual Steam store page, you can't like find any email addresses on here. I didn't know like where they found it from because it's not like listed here. But there's actually this URL. It's like is the technical issue whatever thing. If you add like whatever app ID behind it and you put it in your browser, you can actually come here and then you can see the email. So like how support is done. So this is where those stats are actually shown. So I think it's probably not that hard to just have like a script that tracks like SteamDB, because on SteamDB you can see all new releases. Give we go to SteamDB and then I think scroll down. Oh, Tokyo Indie Game Summit is here as well. Like you can see like recent app events. It's like one more Delph playtest just got added. So now I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna put that in my URL. I think maybe because I have the wrong version. Let's just say here. And then go in here. I think I can just, so this is like atvrcontact@gmail.com. So basically, that's kind of how people find those emails, and then you just scrape it, I guess. Do you recommend RPG Maker MZ? They have a lot of them. Wait, what's MZ? This is an older one, I guess. I know they also have one that's based on Unity. I feel like for the most part, no. I don't think making games in RPG Maker MZ. I think you're better off just learning Game Maker then. I also like how they didn't even bother to localize their screenshots as well for this game. Yeah. Where do you get those Windows look-like assets? A bunch of them are custom at this point. Some I made myself. Are you going to Tokyo Indie Game Summit? I am Jack Development. I'll be heading there. Our assets are from... There's one on H.io. I don't see it here. This one, Retro Windows GUI. This is the one we started off, but I have made a bunch of like extra custom assets, like for example the segmented progress bars and also like the Winamp. I'm gonna just be perusing. I'm gonna be making videos mainly. That's kind of why I'm going there. Yeah, but like for example the Winamp assets I made myself. Well, LitAmp, legally distinct Winamp. So I have actually been using Asprite for the first time. Are you gonna be there, Jack? Or are you going to be showcasing? If you're showcasing, it will be cool. There's a bunch of viewer games actually. There's one viewer game that I know of. Where is it? Where can I see exhibitors? Here. Where are they? I'm looking for them. There's too many games. Here. This is a biter game. Still undecided on business day or public day. I'll be there both. So you should be good. Probably, I have no idea. I think the Japanese audience does not know me, but basically every person in Japan who is a game developer, I feel, does know who I am at this point. I think I'm gonna make a video with these guys as well, the Identifial people. Because I think it's also interesting to talk about like stuff there. Yeah. Anyways, that is for future content. For my first game, Game Maker Studio, I think is probably going to be better than RPG Maker MZ. Their naming is also so fucked up. But yeah, I wouldn't go Game Maker or Godot. I would still go for first Game Maker maybe, or Godot. I think if you know nothing about programming, you may be better off with Game Maker. I was going to write down my odds and ends for William, and then I got sidetracked like 3 times. So this is how we work. I just have a list for William. Minesweeper timer doesn't start the first time you play Minesweeper. When doesn't. Minesweeper win doesn't trigger SFX. Minesweeper win should uncover the remaining tiles. Did you use GameMaker? I did not, but I already came in with a programming background as well. I studied computer science before, and we had some other people who in our studio who already had Unity experience. RPG Maker VXXP MZ. What did this mean? Yeah. But yeah. Do we need anything else? Don't you have to click the remaining tiles? I don't think you do. I think once you put the flags down, we can check. Here. Okay, let's go back to Minesweeper. Also, this is like the stuff that I would like to put in the game. But it's like, I don't know. How do you even make this? I don't know, honestly. Because if they could make this in Windows 98, I guess it shouldn't be too hard. Or like 3D pipes. I guess it, I don't know how it works. Is it just shaders? Yeah. Anyways, Minesweeper. So this is the one. Let's go beginner mode. Fuck. Okay. Come on, give me a big one. Okay. Come on. Are you joking? Okay, so... Okay, I think we have a good run on our hands. So this is an easy 3. This is a 1. This is okay. So this is easy clear as well. This can only be here. 2, 2, 1. So there has to be 1 in either of these two. 1, 1, 1. So it's going to be this one. This is safe. 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 So 2, 2, 2. So that would be 1 here. And then this is safe. Custom rasterizers, not standard 3D polygon, yeah. Ray marching. Huh, okay. Fuck. Okay, well, let's not do this now. It's ray marching. This sounds or reads like something I'm too stupid for. Volumetric ray marching. We're not doing this. It's too late for this, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap up development for today at least. Let me send these to William in the meantime. I did not want to open Discord in browser, thank you. Just animate a mesh. Because I want it to be like performant enough. Also bugs to pull this one up. I was wondering whether or not adding gacha in the game affects the age ratings, but it seems like Steam does not care. I think we mentioned it earlier on stream as well, where I feel like that's why I kind of wanted to stay away of like all of the buttons as well. The nostalgia ROI for 3D screensavers is not worth it as compared to Bombbuster and Litamp. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I think because it's like also no money, no real references, it should be good. So I may have sidelighted my project to convert my old mobile game to a Steam Incremental. Peter, why are you doing it like this? Yeah. Anyways. Where's my OBS? Here, okay. Do I want to do anything else? I think I don't want to develop much more. Let me just text William for a second. Minesweeper had customizing options for grid size and number of mines. We do have difficulty. I thought it was just afternoon over there. I didn't realize it was 16 hours ahead of California. Yep, it is. I mean, you can see because we have a working clock. It is 20 past 8 in the evening. We do have, you can go into fucked up expert mode if you want. Who wants to do this? I don't know. But we have support for it if you want to get sidetracked by it. I'm too bad at this. I just joined the night too late. You are reaching the point where I'm like mentally like starting to check out Zadi. So I think I'm gonna actually check William. Difficulty settings your game. Nah, we just do it the hard way. Thinking Clitty is playing some... Oh, he's making a Japanese game. He's playing... I'm like, what is he doing? Because he says like game kaihachu kai something koku plus plus. But it's the OG Kairosoft. Oh, William, you're here. I was gonna text you. That's why I got sidetracked. Testing Minesweeper Switch like a skill issue. I think I'm gonna commit my shit for the day. Do you have changes to game scene? Because I do have some changes to game scene, unfortunately. There shouldn't be big. But I hope I can push them. Without you being like mad at me. Just let me know, bro. Don't leave me hanging. I'm waiting on your answer. I'm waiting for your blessing. Just push and we'll see how it goes. I did a push as well. Did you push now? Let me see. Let me pull and see if we're fucked or not. Okay, I'm gonna pull. Our levels or game scene is Unity mergeable. They are technically mergeable. They aren't binary. We do have some issues. I think we can fix it though. They're YAML, so they can be merged. It's just that they change a lot of stuff. So I can restore. What did you push? Oh, you pushed the odds and ends. So then we have the game scene here. I'm just gonna discard my changes. No, I know what I did, so I can just... I'm just gonna quickly go through it again. It shouldn't be too much. Yeah, it's pretty hard to understand. Like sometimes it was like just a like small few values you can see it, but otherwise not really. Let's go. Why is this so much time needed for it? Come on. Yeah, sometimes it is indeed just like dumb shit like that, where it's like, I feel like I changed nothing, but oh well. Reload. Okay, so if we go to UI, views, let's just check how does the auction view look. Still looks perfectly fine. Why does localization wished? Should be fine. What I changed here was the pop-ups. The media player pop-ups goes to the back. The milestones pop-up goes to the front. Perfect. And we can push auction house UI. Commit. Ta-da. And then push to origin. So you can pull again, William. I think I didn't really do that much outside of the auction house. I just added the chest and some localization stuff, yeah. But yeah. Do we have any other stuff that I want to do on stream right now? When they reveal the lost square, if only mines are there left, and it flags the remaining mines and auto completes. Just download Windows 98 and test it. Most of the big ones to go. There's a lot of big ones left. Next up, you have the auction house you can do as well. So yeah, is there any fun stuff? Let's take a quick look at the Discord. I think this is a fun one. Capsule art feedback. I hired an artist on Fiverr for some capsule art, just searching for opinions. This is my first game after 4 years of prototyping random stuff, so now I'm finally committing to a game. Not sure if it really conveys the type of game I'm making. So I stole these 2 amazing questions from someone. What type of game genre would you think this is if you saw this capsule on Steam? Would this capsule image grab your attention and make you want to play the game? I think it definitely would grab my attention. It feels like a desktop pad, is what it feels like to me. Incremental cozy games, interactive wallpaper. It's an aquarium sim. No idler or interactive wallpaper. Yeah. I don't know if it really shows the aquarium sim. It definitely feels like, oh, you have like a wallpaper or something like that indeed. Summer Breeze demo. Is it really true? Oh, it's an Unreal game. That's why. Why? Yeah. There's. I don't know if this is like an intentionally bad UI or unintentional bad UI. I kind of dig it though, even though it looks somewhat miserable. Yeah, 3.6 gigs is a very big download size to do. This is a lot of stuff. Oh, and then Zadi. Is this kind of outdated already at this point? Or when was this made? 13th, 2 days ago. I got an artist to make me the character. I'm making the rest of the capsule myself. The images, headers. Second is the small capsule. Is this good enough? Does the game assets plus drawn art combination contrast too much? What about readability in the small capsule? I think readability is fine. I think one thing to keep in mind is that, no, the eyes actually shouldn't be covered up too much by this. At 15 euros for this art is very quick. I think I think it feels a little bit off. If your game looks kind of realistic, would you expect the capsule also to be realistic? Yeah, that was a problem we ran into with one of our games. I think a big issue, not a big issue. Other people also were here. People have been writing a lot of shit. Steam already provides you with a border? I don't know. But that's... I do like the border stuff. I think my... Okay, this is a little bit better, where this feels like too much of a... these bottles look a little bit better as well, although a little bit weird. I feel like this lacks like some glow. I think that's kind of what irks me, is like this is just an overlaid PNG and it doesn't really feel as much like it's part of the game world. Where you kind of want to have maybe like a soft like radial blur, not radial blur, like a radial paint thing at like 10%, 20% opacity. And then like, you know, like it feels more like the tentacles are going into the game world instead of just being an overlay, kind of. I think. I think the border is a bit thick, I think you can do a little bit less thick of a border, but otherwise I think that's fine as well. So yeah. Core mechanic of the game. Is this a 2D platformer? Let's go. Dimension swapping platformer. I just am like chilling around a bit before I'm gonna end the stream. I want to take a look. WASD dash jump toggle between worlds E and J. The portfolio builders jam. Made with Unity, let's go. 2D platformer 2026, let's go. This better be good. Regular, E and J. Why would you do J? I'm gonna do... Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't... Skill issue. I'm gonna shift this to my other screen so it's easier for you guys. I don't know what the guy wants. The guy wants feedback. Let me actually double check. If the mechanic works well and is executed properly. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of what it is. Oh, I feel like I wasn't supposed to be like the other one. Like too early. Oh, she just falls down. I see. Yay, we made it. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually make it to the stone. This. Okay, the dash feels kind of meh. I guess then you can see like... Ah, fuck. What happens if I'm inside? Okay, I get just knocked down. Okay. Is that ledge to the right? Can we go there? Should I go through the portal? Okay, that was a weird portal animation. I see, okay. I think it's a cool, like... I just don't think this is like, you know, this is gonna be a super innovative genre. Ah, fuck, okay. Handsome lads. Okay, I just wanted to give this a go. What remains? Oh, gives you... I think it doesn't really matter, 'cause this is just kind of like a game jam stuff. Sound effects. I think it definitely missed a lot of game feel of like the impact for like being a 2D platformer. Okay, so someone did respond a lot to it already. You can glitch through the walls. Some sort of hint. Oh, I think this got added later. Because I assume, yeah. Sound effects and like how they walk. Oh yeah, this was I think an AI adult game? I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyways. I think I'm gonna wrap things up for today's stream. Everybody, thank you very much for having tuned in. I'm not sure exactly when the next stream is gonna be. Because it's kind of the next week is gonna be kind of a weird schedule for me, because I'm going to have to go to some other places, and then I'm going to Tokyo Indie Game Summit. There will not be a bed stream because I did not have money for a dedicated hotel. I'm just taking the cheapest hostel I can find, basically. So yeah, fun stream. Hope to catch the next one, whenever that may be. I promise you, we're going to bring back the stream schedule. I think just right now there wouldn't be that much. Was MO98 release date announced yet? The exact date, not yet, because we also want to do like the exact date is probably only going to be announced like 2-3 weeks in advance. It's going to be end of April. because I want to make a release date announcement trailer, send it to IGN, have that social proof of like our trailer before got 160,000 views of whatever. This is a game people want. We can give you an exclusive access, upload it to IGN. And that's kind of what we're waiting for as well, to give them that exclusive preview. So that's kind of the idea behind that. Otherwise, thank you everyone very much for having watched today's stream. Did we do a lot? Not really, but it was still fun hanging out with you guys. So you made my evening slightly less miserable. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.